So to tell you about his existence as a stand-up comic, please welcome to the stage, I'm really excited, Mr. Kyle Stewart.
Hey, before I start.
Yes.
Detail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, attention to detail, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the evening my glamorous assistant, Emily Sandy! Fucking everywhere, isn't she? Please, right, okay, I'm just going to confirm with Emil, this is actually whiteboard paint, isn't it? Because he told me it was, and I am prepared to pay like £300 for any fucking paint job. And has anyone else just noticed as well, before I start as well, this looks like the word cum. What I also like is it looks like the word cum, and then there's this cunt smacking along right next to it. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, yes, I am a homosexual. That's how my mum says it. Like, she can't say it out loud. She's fucking burned for it. But I know most of you are now sitting here thinking, wait a minute, he's already black. He can't be more than one minority. It just can't be right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to let you know that I am in fact left-handed, on occasion wear glasses. So I am actually a hate crime waiting to happen. I'm the Guardian's wet dream, seriously. It's one for the politics students, or the journalism students. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how it came about. I just turned out like this, really. I mean, it's like a group of sperm went up to my mum's egg and were like, pick a card, any card, because one day this handsome bastard stood before you will be able to pull one out to win something out of a lawsuit. And my mum's egg was like, I'll have the lot! No. And that, kids, is how babies are conceived. With a group of sperm and an egg that is a cross between Phil Mitchell and the Cookie Monster. Any life lessons for you. But yeah, so I'm assuming it happened at conception because homosexuality isn't a choice. Unless you're Jessie J and can just pick and choose whenever it's fucking cool. Fucking keyboard bellender. Jessie J, everyone! She raised a lot of money for charity, didn't she? I mean, comic relief was a good thing. I'll tell you what, though. The amount of fucking flies in this room, you could film an ident for comic relief in here! Jesus fucking Christ! And it's not good for my image if I'm surrounded by flies everywhere I go. Some cunt out there threw a quid at me! This quid right here! I can actually look at the back of my hand, because I wrote this on the bus down here. Because I'm that cool sort of guy. So yeah, being a gay man of the gay persuasion, I'm gonna hark on this a lot, guys. I've not recently come out or anything. I just like to press my homosexuality against you all, you know. Let's get married, please. No, I don't want to get married. I'm the only man I'm ever going to be happy with. I mean, come on. But yeah. I mean, Dave mentioned earlier, right? It's really easy for... How many heterosexual people do we have in here? I'm assuming everyone's just going to put their hands up, you know, ish. How many homosexual people do we have here? Yay! Okay, I'm not alone. Anyway, Dave mentioned earlier, it's really easy to like go out to the LCR and pull, but because you do really just have to go up to a girl and be like, alright, want to suck my dick? Or, you know, want to put your... that thing? That thing? Or if you're lesbians, do you want to... So yeah, it's not that easy for me, because I can't exactly go up to a guy in the LCR and be like, you! Yes, you in the polo. Sit on my face. Or participation, everyone. Round of applause for that. Grindr is a social app that you can download on your iPhone. I do suggest you all download it just for the shits and giggles. It's a proximity sensor that tells you where the nearest gay with an iPhone to you is in a relative distance in either miles or kilometres if you're European. You can change that setting. And you have a wee profile picture and you can click and chat to them and you can send each other pictures of your willy, or you can do whatever you promiscuous little tykes want to do because you're all students and drunk and I'm old and bitter and no one loves me and... But I'm still sexy. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about a rather unfortunate date I had on Grindr, and no, it's not the one I had with Elliot. Is he still here? Yeah, there he is. Hi. Just drop that one in. No, I didn't really. No, that's a joke. I did recently go on a date with a guy. Let's just say his name was Will, because that was his name. So yeah, like I said, Grindr, you all have these profile pictures, and he had, you know, one of these cool, really Instagram pictures. You all know what Instagram is. So, you know, I had that vintage sepia look to it, and he was quite a cool guy. Like, he had the same sort of dress sense as me, kind of vintagey bow ties and oversized shirts and things like that. So we got chatting, and it was, you know, it was really nice. He seemed like a really casual sort of guy. So I said, all right, then how about we meet up in person and go for a date? And, you know, social interaction. I can come out my cave and have a shave and dress myself up, and always exciting. And so we decided to go out for this romantic meal where every fucker who's talked about going on a date tonight has gone to is Nando's. So propagating the black stereotype there that I went up to because I've got to ram home all of these individualities that I have. The things that make me special, as my mum said. So we met up at Nando's, and I arrived early, so as not to propagate all the black stereotypes, because we're not always late for everything, guys. And I wait for a while, and you know, I've got my phone, so I know what this guy looks like. So I'm looking around, and I see couples coming and going, and I can't find this guy. And I'm suddenly get a tap on the shoulder. And I turn around, and there is Will, albeit a very aged version of Will. I say aged. The guy was a fucking dinosaur. I am not even kidding. Steven Spielberg wants the rights to this date. And I look at my phone and realise that he didn't put his age on there. And what I realise is that sepia Instagram picture is actually a fucking sepia picture. And his vintage clothes are actually vintage. So, one half of me is like, just leave now with your dignity and just be happy and live out your years, not knowing what Will would have done to you. But of course, the black guy inside me went, God damn, I want me some chicken! I relented to a free meal. And it was quite nice. I had half chicken, the dinosaur had 2 waitresses, and the lovely couple sat next to us. And, because he's, you know, a carnivorous beast. And it was alright. He had a lot to talk about with his many years on this planet. So I just sat and listened to what he had to say, really. And it came to the end of the day, and, you know, the night rolled on, and it was time to go home. And it was, quite honestly, the most awkward experience I have ever encountered in my life. My taxi was there and waiting, and I thought, right, I can just poke my head in, go home, go into bed, stick on some porn, have a cheeky wank, because that is going to be the only strange I'm getting this evening. And he leans into me and is like, what, are you leaving without a goodbye kiss? And I was like, actually, I think it was Han Solo that said that in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. But we'll go with that one anyway. And I was like, I'd had quite a few glasses of red wine by now, because if you haven't already guessed from the 4 or 5 pints I've downed, I am quite a drinker. So I thought, oh well, I'll give him a quick pep on the mouth. It can't hurt, and no one's watching. It's Nando's. They're all just too busy shoveling their face full of what we think is chicken. And So I leaned in, and has anyone ever seen the film Alien? It's gonna be two geeky references, so no geeks, you might want to get a tissue to wipe yourselves off in a second. You know the face huggers in Alien? Yeah, that was kind of what happened. It was kind of a... I'll tell you what it was like. It was like that scene in Predator where they take their masks off and their faces off. There you go, hat trick of film references. You're welcome, film students. See, look, there's something for everyone at my gigs. So, it was awful. Honest to God, I felt like I was violated. I could actually say at one point his tongue was so far down my throat I could have sworn I was being ringed. On a little side note, I told you there's something for everyone, guys. On a cheeky side note, I once said this gig because I used to do a weekly show in London, now a monthly show. Kyle, Stewart and Friends. Do follow me on Twitter at Say Hi to Kyle, Facebook /Say Hi to Kyle. Shameless plug. And a guy once just leapt up and shouted, "Perhaps your expectations are too high." And I was like, no, fuck you! I'm 24 and I look fucking fabulous! But maybe my expectations are too high, and for that, I blame Disney. Because everyone wants their fucking Disney prince. And yeah, I can see at the end, and every time I say Disney like that, it sounds like a Scottish guy saying does not. I said this to a Scottish guy earlier, I was like, Disney doesn't it? And I was like, Disney doesn't it have any expectations? And I was like, oh God, shut up. But no, Disney does create really high expectations for me, as I'm sure they do every other girl or gay or guy in the audience who wants their Disney princess as well. Why not? You know, I'm sure you love the cooch. But I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, they never show what happens after the end of Disney films. Okay, Little Mermaid for example, okay? So Prince Eric finds Ariel and they both turn into mermaids and swim off and live happily ever after and consummate in some strange way and form and have babies, and that's the direct-to-video release afterwards, and I think they made like 3 more after that. But after that, I come to a Spanish restaurant in Norwich and serve you dinner. But that's not the only time this has happened in Norfolk, ladies and gentlemen. I have been likened to countless people. Barack Obama. And every time you laugh, I know you're all thinking, oh yeah. So, Barack Obama, Lewis Hamilton, Lizzo from Newsround. Yeah, when I wear glasses, I can imagine so. Tiger Woods. Thierry Henry. All 4 of JLS. On individual occasions, Jackie Chan. I will explain this one. It was a sunny day, and I had no sunglasses on, so I was squinting. And the poor octogenarian that made this likeness probably had cataracts, or she'd just been in Norfolk so long she just assumed that everyone that wasn't from Norfolk was just of another race. This amalgam that is not Norfolk. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it's really confusing for me because I feel like 2 or 3 people inside one person. And then I just look up and realise I'm having a threesome. And that's pretty much my life, ladies and gentlemen. So my final note is really, if you do ever see me around Norwich, my name is Kyle Stewart, and I am an individual person, as are all of you, because I don't point at you and say, oh look, you're Jeremy Kyle, or oh look, you're the guy from The Only Way Is Essex, or oh look, you're that woman from Loose Women. No, not all white people look the same, not all black people look the same. We are all lovely and individual, and we should all be very, very lovely to each other, so please do enjoy each other's company, and I hope you've enjoyed my company. Thank you very much.